Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is Kinama, and there's been a lot of progress. Lots of progress, as you can see. So I basically have moved everything to my base. Down below, we'll see that in a minute. And you also see, where's my shovel? Yeah, pick up this. Oh, it's broken. It is broken. So there's been a lot of changes. I've done a lot of off-camera work, as I typically do. And yeah, so this area, I wasn't happy. I'll go ahead and go into it now. I wasn't extremely happy with this goldfish. Not unhappy with the goldfish, but unhappy with my tiered section I had. So, but I did like the tiered section. I kind of liked my what I did. So I made this have like little water features coming out. And I thought, well, this was the chisels and bits water to get the water to flow right, and it didn't line up with regular water correctly. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just use all chisels and bits water. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do that, I can add plants, I can add fish, and yeah, so I got myself a nice little pond here. I thought about doing the water or the sand level a little bit uneven in some spots and piled up in other spots, but maybe. We'll see. But I only have 2 out of the 4 sides done with the water features. All of it's done with the pyramid. I will need to kind of expand on this some. On this side and so forth. Now the nice thing is all of these chisel blocks, and you may notice there's reasons why there's a couple little chunks missing from these. Like there, right there. All of these actually have little chisels missing from them. You can see it's actually right there. It is basically because the chisel blocks emit light. So all of this stuff, even with the water here, and this is chiseled sand, it emits light. So when we go down below, we got a big room. I did put light features along the sides, kind of hid them in. You can't see them. This is not going to stay exactly like this, but all of my tech work. Wait, only 3? Huh. All of my tech work. What time is it? It should be getting more charge than that. Okay. Unless some of this stuff's being used. But anyway, moved everything down here. I got up to 7 million RF storage. It is charging up. I got several solar panels. I need to upgrade and make higher level solar panels. But what I wanted to do today is make it so I don't have to mine. Unless I'm clearing stuff out like all of this. And I need trees and stuff for the solar panels. And I've actually killed a wither. And I would recommend your very first wither nether star go to the quantum quarry if you can. So I forget if this thing takes grid power. So we can actually plop this down anywhere. We'll put it right back here. Let's look at extra utilities and get right into it. The reason why I did so much, I guess I should say, a lot of this chisels and bits and all these little details and stuff take so much time. So I figured people wouldn't want to watch it. It's pretty boring. Sometimes hearing me ramble on can be a little boring, but it is what it is. This setup here, basically I have things being exported and imported for auto smelting right now. I just moved it, so all of these are blank. I will have to redo that. This importer is basically taking everything that comes out of the ender chest. These are automatic crafters for various components. This is a solderer for the refined storage, and this is a crafter pointing into the solderer. So the way that I have this, if you're not familiar with refined storage, you need to make the controller, the crafting grid, or a regular grid. It doesn't have to be crafting to start out with. And then a disk drive. And the solderer. But once you make this thing, you can then start making more components and get a little bit more advanced from that. You put this crafter pointed right into it. And I have an importer here, so it does import the things out of here. The output. And then this actually allows me just to basically pick what I want. In this case, let's say I wanted to make, what am I missing? Painted silicone. Ooh. That's the problem. Okay, well, it's not a problem. It is going to be a problem because okay, well, we can't do it yet. So basically, I forgot a pattern up here for the painted silicone. So, how much, let's see, this is a crafting monitor. Okay, so that should have made the last thing. Okay, well, supposedly there's nothing crafting, which is fine. Okay, so we got that, and we got this. We want to go, there's two pattern grid, which everything you shift in here, you can make a pattern off of it, and then there's a pattern processing one, which this one is a little bit different. The way it works is you tell what items you want to turn into what, versus it just doing the crafting grid. In this case, I want silicone is going to turn into painted silicone. So we can put this up here, and now if I actually request something like another 64K drive, nice, it can make it. So, and it's going through everything right now, and it's going to make it. That's good. So all of these 64K drives started preparing for tons of storage. May have to make more. It is getting a little dark in here, which tells me it's nighttime. I want to move this bed down here anyway. We'll put it, that's fine. I like the bats. It's like my little bat cave, kind of. So this is actually almost all the way filling up. This is good. We got stuff going on. So what we need to do now, what I want to do is make this quantum quarry. Now to do this, I need some sunburnt. I don't have any really grid power set up, so I could set up some solar power to get it started. The polished stone. How much stone do I actually have? Okay, so we got the polished stone. Let me go ahead. Wow, I have a lot of cobble. Get some stone going. We're gonna, not much. We may need some for some other stuff, so. Yay, solar panels. No, I already had solar panels. So these guys, I could technically put really anywhere down here. I want to put these. I'll put these right here. Wait. No power used or generated, 0 out of 0. Did these not go through the multi-blocks? It is. Well, let's take a look here. Where's that polished stone? Grid is overloaded. Ah. Okay. So these may be being a little bit more pickier. And if I can make more polished stone, I might as well. Okay. And that's fine. So let's, and these are only temporary. Basically, once I get some GPU power or some grid power up and going, I will be switching it over to a water mill. There we go. So now these are generating, they're kind of the easiest ones. You get the little redstone, little thingamabob. Where is it? This guy. I got 52 of them. Basically, you get those from just mining redstone. So if you don't have any already, that's where you get it from. Got 2. We're going to need a bunch anyway, but let's get 1 more. And then these, yeah, we actually are going to need a bunch for that. So we're going to need 2 diamond picks. We're going to need some end rods, which will be pretty easy. Let's go ahead and put all this in there. So the quantum quarry is basically goes and just randomly generates different worlds, different biomes, so you can get different items from it, and not just from the oh, and I've already been to the end. I don't know if I've said that. Squid and Finn killed the dragon. So, and Digi was nice enough. Believe it or not, I already tried to record a segment kind of about this, and it turned out, well, it didn't turn out at all because I didn't have I had it muted. But he gave me some stuff. And we're back. Hopefully we're back. I have something running. I need to restart my computer. Something keeps running that minimizes Minecraft. It's kind of annoying. What was I doing? I need to make another one of these. That gives me my 4 that I need. And the quantum quarry. So I need 1 more stone burn. So it's actually, you can see, basically if you've fought a wither, it's very easy to make this thing. Now it does use a lot of power, and we need to do a book. So let's look at a book. We need a book and quill, and we need slime balls and lapis. So let's see, what do we have? Slime balls and lapis. There's this. And where'd be the lapis? There we go, lapis. So what I need this for is I made a place to store my levels once I get done with them, and I made an enchanter. So if we put the book and quill there, we put the slime balls, it costs 13. This gives us silk touch. Okay, so now I got a nice silk touch book, and put those back in there, and then we can store the rest of our levels, just so if we die we don't have to worry about losing them. So now what we need, we got the book, we got this, we need I like using crates just because they store a lot. We can I really need to do some cutting down of the trees, but actually I think I have a lot of dark oak. I do. So we'll see if we can use this. What was that in the middle of it? Oh, a regular log. Can we use, I hope we can use a dark oak one. We can. There we go. We got that. I didn't remember seeing how many. Okay, so yeah. Now the small crate actually works very well. Okay, we need... Is that all we need? That's easy, actually. Where is my... Where is it? Right here. Need that, a lever. And that's going to need some power. And we need some coal. You know what? We don't need the medium chest, actually. The small one will be just fine. So, not even going to get into that. So we got that. We got the book. We could tell. We got a lot of cobble. We'll wait on that. And we really need source of power. And an importer. Glad I got several of those. Cables. Do I have extra cables made? I do. We have the energy conduits. I would like to make some of these, really like eventually upgrade all the way to these ender energy ones. But until then, we'll stick with those. So right over here, we're going to make this thing. Let's grab a block of any type. Put it right here. Oh. For some reason, it's pretty stupid. You have to put this piece first. Then you can put these things around it. Oh, I need 6, actually. Miscalculated. I need 2 more. And I was not thinking. Luckily, they're easy. And there we go. Let's get this thing. And voila, we have our quantum quarry. So I'm going to put this. I don't know if it matters. I usually put it up top there. Actually, the best spot would really be there. And then if that will work. And then for power, just round this over. Okay, let's get power, and let's get blocks. Now what we can do is throw this book in here, Silk Touch, and now this will Silk Touch everything that it gets. So from grass blocks, and we can let it run. This is going to use, as you can see, now we're minus power. So I do be right back. Okay, and we're back. Looks like that apparently hasn't been hooked up yet. Of course it hasn't. I kind of want to take one of these. If I take that one, this should still be connected, charging this up. Yeah. This is going down quick. Basalt, that's the only thing it's mined. There it goes. Okay. Just throw this in there too. And power. So my main thought is with this is I could just disable the power coming in there. If this becomes too much, you know, for right now, not too worried. But look, with Silk Touch, it's getting leaves. That could get a little annoying. But there are some things, there are filters on this. So you can take and make a filter. You got that. Let's look at the filters. And I don't think we need the, this gives us what? Oh, this one looks different. Okay. If we do need leaves, then eventually can do that. We will have to see if there's any of the stuff that we want. For right now, sure it is. We want all of it. That seems to still be holding out. Okay. So we can put this in here. Oh. Put that in there. Whitelist. Blacklist. So if we put that there, we shouldn't get any more birch leaves, so we can add the other leaves to it as we get them in here. But now let's look at this, and let's go out the importer. That's slowly going to just suck everything out of here. We can put speed upgrades if this gets too filled up, which it may. But you see, we get flowers and everything else too. And how are we doing? Did I tell this to craft one? I did, and we have one other one. And let's craft one more. Very cool. So this will be a lot of storage. Eventually what I will probably do, like with the cobble, is I do want to add like an auto compressor up. So actually, lots of cobble. I had some lag there. And can we do this one more time? Triple. Where's the other ones at? That's the triple double. Not that I needed to do that at this point in time. So yeah, so this is basically just draining power from all of those. If it starts draining through a lot of this extra cushion we have here, enough where inventory stops working, this is where this should be a nice buffer zone. It looks like there's no problem there. Let's set the ores back up, and then we're probably going to call it, because I'm sure this has been going on long enough. We basically just have iron, coal, and gold at the moment. So this is the importer, this is the exporter. We'll send it through the, yeah, send it through there first, so we can get our ore doubling up. Pulverizer and I should start doing that. So eventually we will get more, but for right now, this is running good, and this is our mine. We don't ever have to go mining again. The nice thing about the quantum quarry is, as you saw, this got grass. It will end up getting wood as it will as well. End up getting wood. The different ores. We got some yellowite, so that's working pretty good. We are losing power quite a bit. What I would really like to do is actually get the upgraded solar panels, and I may work on that off camera and add probably a few more crafters, because these things get filled up, as you can see. So I'll probably add a few more crafters, get the upgraded solar panels that can carry, basically keep this thing going. The faster, the more power you give this, the faster it goes too. And if we look at the solar, so can I make any of these? No. I would like to get kind of up far, but I think I made, let's see. I set up some crafting for this, and I can't craft it, can I? Missing oak. So I need to go out and get a bunch of oak trees, and there's my axe. Eventually, I'll get my tools upgraded too. I did, as you saw, I did make a drill. All this was taking too long with pickaxe, and the drill was pretty easy to do, and pretty quick. So we got the last storage upgrade, so that should be good for that. And yeah, we're doing good. We'll get a bunch of oak. We'll end up upgrading this, get this beefed up, so hopefully we're getting some more different materials, random stuff in here, and we're doing good. So I think that's going to do it. Kind of a weird cuts or jumps all over, but hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, and make sure to subscribe if you're not already. I'm going to be trying to do some other series too, not just Minecraft. Try to get back into the game, or get back to the way I was recording. So that's gonna do it. So thanks for watching, everybody. This has been Kinama, and I'll talk to you later.